Welcome everyone. We're so glad to have you with us. You've got us. We're here. It's Love the Real Hills, and we love you. This is the place we come to share and talk. My name is Chris. This is my wife, Renee.
Hi.
And we love each other, and we love you, and we love real talk. We get to the real stuff. We talk about the real issues, and today's show is no different. I mean, we're going there because really I've got so many people since this is our third show, I believe. And so we've got so much feedback from people and so many comments and so many people who are following on YouTube and subscribing on Instagram. And you're sending in your questions and your comments, and we read every single one, and we're going to respond. And today's show is going to be a little bit different, a little bit crazy. It's going to be a little bit awesome. And I'm excited about it because we're going to get the opportunity to really address one of the biggest questions that I've been getting, particularly from men, over the last few weeks since we started the podcast. So we want you to follow, we want you to share, we want you to tell somebody about it. The more that you do that, it helps the algorithm so that we can get this message to more people. And as we hear from you, we'll produce even more content that fits the context of your life, because this is Love the Real Hills, and we're excited about it. You excited today?
So excited. I can't wait to get in here and talk about this men's topic. It's going to be awesome. Guys, go ahead, like Chris said, click that button, click that subscribe button, click that like, that share button. We need your support, and let's get ready to jump in.
Okay, I'm ready to do it.
All right,
Here
let's
we
go.
This is one of my favorite segments, a segment that we call the icks. Ick. Okay, and then what an ick is it's something that you find semi-repulsive, something that gets on your last nerve, that men and women, I'll do one for men, and then you do the one for women, and these are just things, and some of these are mine, but a lot of them are because I get to talk to so many different men, and now they're sending me in their icks, and so, we'd love to hear your icks in the comments. We'd love to hear your icks in the comments. Jump down in the chat and add an ick, but let me do my first one. The first thing that is ick for men, and I mean ick, is when we introduce you to somebody for the first time and you act, trying to find the right word to say, acting stupid, acting out of sorts, acting out of pocket. If I'm going to introduce you to the vice president of my area, and I'm up and I have you all at my job and I got on a tie or business attire, and I'm here with my woman, I'm expecting my woman to make me look better, right, to help big me up, to help me make a better impression. And so I introduce you to the president of my vice area, and you're like, hello, how you doing? I just ick, okay? Just die. I've been in that situation where you're nervous, and I brought you into the situation so that you can help enhance. You're here to help. Here, I'm going to introduce you to my president, the vice president. I'm going to introduce you to the mayor, the governor, the president. And if you're just not prepared for it, or kind of shuff it off like it's not nothing, that's a huge ick. Let me run. Okay, my next one is when women say, and y'all do this all the time. You don't do this because you're not icky at all. No. Okay, but is you say, is saying you don't care about something when in reality you do care about something. For instance, if I say, what do you want for dinner? And you say, I don't care. I don't care, whatever. And so I'm like, great, Popeyes. Let's get some Popeyes. Let's get some Pope Yes up in here, okay? Love that chicken from Popeyes, okay? And then when I say that, oh no, that gives me gas. No, that gives you gas. All that.
Is annoying.
Then you should have told me what you wanted in the first place. If we're going to the movies, what movie you want to see? I don't care. Okay, well, I want to see Avengers 17. I want to see Fast and Furious 54, okay? And now I don't like action. No, I'm scared. I don't like, yeah. Then you should have told me up front. Can I do another one?
Yeah.
Can I do another?
Come
I
on.
know I'm racing. My other one, and this is a big one. This one, so many of the fellas were piping in on. This was their ick, is they hate it when women are too independent. Just too independent. I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man. And so, I'm like, hey, I'm going to open the door for you. And you're going to punch me in the side and punch me in the face and say, I don't need you to open that door for me. I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man to open the door for me. They give me something to do. I just need something to do. I was raised a certain way. I hand you the salt. And you're like, I don't need you to hand me that salt. That salt ain't heavy. I'm an independent woman. I need no man. I come to your house and that fire alarm chime, the chirp. Do you understand that a real man cannot stand the sound of the chirp? The chirp drives me crazy. I can't concentrate. I lose the chirp. And I come over your house and your chirp is chirping, okay? It's chirping and I'm losing my mind. It drives me crazy. Now you just would climb a ladder. My wife would just climb a ladder and change it, but because she's that girl. Okay, but I've been in other situations when the chirp was chirping, and I'm like, hey, can I get it? I'll get that for you. I don't need you to change my battery. I know how to change my battery. Yeah. You're just too independent. You need to be by yourself. Be by yourself, because that is a ick. Ick. Okay, I did my time. Do you have some?
Okay, now, girls, I'm going to make it up for you guys. I'm going to make it up for you girls, okay? Let's talk about what makes girls say it.
Okay.
Let's start with, I've been hearing this a lot from the younger girls that I mentor who are like in that dating phase and they're trying to, find that guy, you know? And a lot of them are saying, guys, what makes them go ick is unfair expectations.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and so let me break that down.
Break it down.
They're like, it's that guys will want them to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Okay, but at the same time, they want them to do H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So, for example, one of my mentees was like, well, guys want you to have a career now. Yeah. They want you to have a career and make money and have finances to bring to the table. But yet then they want you to be an at-home wife at the same time. They want you to cook. They want you to clean. They want you to take care of the kids. They want you to clean the house and be the maid. And they don't realize that's an unfair expectation because they don't realize how much time it takes to do all of those things.
Wow.
And so, they feel like that's an unfair expectation, and it makes them just get turned off and be like, you know what, I'm just going to be by myself because I can't live up to it. Wow. I can't be perfect Patty and have a 24-36 body, and that takes me going to the gym.
That's
but
a
I
lot
don't
of
have
numbers.
time to go to the gym.
Okay.
Because I got to be at work, and then I got to go pick up the kid and take the kid to school, and then go do this, and then go get the kid from school, and then take the kid to volleyball practice, and then come home, and then cook dinner for you, and then find time to make sure the house is still clean. So they just be like, I can't do it.
I can't.
So that's one ick.
That's
okay?
an ick.
That's an ick.
Okay.
The next thing, I could not believe this, is men who have spending habits, frivolous spending habits.
That's an ick.
That's an ick. It's only an ick when they know they do and they act like they don't. You see what I'm saying? So, for example.
Okay.
I mean, all the men I've encountered, most men have a hole in their pocket. When they get money, it's burning a hole in their pocket.
Say moi?
Say, yes, him too, okay? Even the best of them. It's like they burning to spend that money, and they know that about themselves. Like, if they got that money, they gonna spend it.
You're right.
But then they'll be in a relationship with someone and be like, They be like, where the money at? And they be like, well, what had happened was, that's an
Wow.
ick. That's an
That's
ick.
a
That's a
ick.
turn off. Because you could have just, said, hey, babe, I'm bad with money. Here goes the money. You handle the money. Just give me an allowance.
Okay.
Give me an allowance each week so I don't overspend.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
That's what works
that's what
for
we
me.
do. But a lot
'cause
of guys
I can
I'm finding
spend
out
some
don't
money.
do that. They don't
Okay.
do that. And so for women now, it's like
That's
a
an
big ick.
Okay,
It's a
so
big ick.
so we have to own it
yes.
and then allow us to
yeah,
go
and
to
then have the nerve to get mad
ah
when the girl brings it up.
right wow.
Yeah,
That's
and they
it.
know they got to pay light bill. You done spent the light bill on some new J's. Okay?
Right.
And didn't even say nothing. But anyways, the last ick that I have for today.
Okay, you only have 3.
Yes, I have 3.
Okay.
Is double standards.
Uh-oh.
This is a big one.
Dun dun dun.
Double standards.
Double standard.
You know, babe.
Yes, it's
men
huge.
have a huge double standard, more so than women. This I can agree with. I know y'all think most of the time I don't agree. I'm always on the man's side. But on this one, I'm on the women's side because men do have a huge double standard. And so nowadays, us girls and girls that are out there, they can't take it. It's driving them nuts because it's like, how you gonna hold me to this standard, but then you don't even hold yourself to it?
Okay. Well,
And
give me
so-
a for instance.
Well, for instance, say, okay, you have to weigh 125 pounds because I met you like that, and you need to stay like that.
Okay.
And then, but yet you was 150 pounds when she met you, but now you 200 pounds, and God forbid she say something about it.
Wow.
You be like, no, I can gain weight, but you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or there's this big thing about body count going on right now. Body count is a big thing when they're dating.
What do you
Like,
mean body count?
How many people you slept with? How many people you been with? That's like,
You want me to answer?
no, people are asking that
Oh,
when they're
okay.
dating.
Okay.
Men are asking women and women are asking men. And so men have a double
Wow.
standard. They'll have, their body count will be 57.
Yeah.
But if the girls is more than 3, then he don't, I'm done. Can't date you because you got 3, but I got 57.
That's a 304.
It's bad. It's bad. It's a turn off. It's an ick.
It's an ick. So the double standard itself
Yep.
is an ick.
Yeah. Come on and
Okay.
be fair. Come on and be fair.
Okay,
That's
so
all
we
we're
want
saying.
to be fair, and if we tap into these things, we're hoping that it just gives you an idea. And of course, we want to hear your icks.
Yes.
we want to hear your
Write 'em
icks.
in the
Help
comments.
us because we do this
Send
every
in
single
more
week on our
icks.
podcast, and so
Yeah.
we need more and more icks because I love it. It starts the conversation of how we can be fair and how we can learn and how we can grow and how we can love each other better.
And don't go away, guys. We're coming right back into our next segment.
Oh,
We'll
wow.
see you in a second.
See you in a minute.
Higher Level Denver is here. Join us as we go to the higher level. Higher Level Denver with Dr. Chris Hill.
But I'm about to get real free. Free in my mind, free in my body, free in my past, free in my future. I need a free person to give God a free praise right here.
We are friends of God, friends of man, and friends of humanity. Transform your life. Find your voice. Get ready to roar. Join Dr. Chris Hill at Higher Level Denver this Sunday at 10 a.m. Higher Level Denver at the Roar Center, 3035 South Parker Road, Aurora, Colorado, 80014. See all that we're doing on the web at www.higherleveldenver.org.
Hello, welcome back. Now, we're going to play a game.
Okay.
We're going to play a game. Just a little game. We get a lot of comments. We get people messaging us wanting to know more about who we are and who we are as a couple. So we like to throw in some games on some of our episodes just so you guys can get to know us a little better. And today we're going to play a game, babe.
Okay.
It's called Do You Know Your Spouse?
Uh-oh.
Okay, and so basically what we're going to do is you're going to write down 5 or 6 things
Yeah.
that would be your perfect date for you. If you were
perfect
telling someone what the perfect date for you would be,
Okay.
write that down. Like 5 or 6, no more than that. And now I'm gonna do what my perfect date would be. Okay?
Okay, so you're gonna write your perfect date down,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna write my perfect date down, and then we're gonna.
And then we're gonna show them.
Okay.
And then you're gonna guess what my perfect date would be, and I'm gonna guess what your perfect date would be.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right?
All
You
right.
ready?
I know.
All
I
right.
already know.
You
what,
got your pen?
I know what mine is.
Let's go. You ready?
Okay, I know 1 through 5.
Go.
Okay. Mess with me.
I'm not.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I won. I won.
Don't show me. Don't look at mine either.
I'm not looking at yours.
Okay. You want to go first, or you want me to go?
You can go first. You want me to go first?
You mean like me guess what your perfect date is first?
Do we have to show them?
You gotta show them yours if I'm going first.
Okay, I'll do. You predict it.
Okay, so okay guys, he's gonna show you what his perfect date is. Okay?
If y'all can read it.
Can y'all read
Because
that?
I write like a
Get
doctor.
closer. Let them see good, babe.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
My first guess.
Yes.
Some sort of movie or TV show. Okay?
Okay.
Good food with dessert, like cake, pie, something like that.
Very good. Okay.
Okay?
You're doing good.
Let's see. Oh, it needs to be far away so we can like drive and talk.
Okay.
Because you like talking. He likes talking a lot,
I
guys.
talk quite a bit.
whole lot.
Okay, that's
talk.
you're pretty close.
Okay, and then good sex.
That was on the list.
Top it off with some good sex.
Yes.
And let's see what else.
You're really good.
A whole lot of like more nothingness, like a little bit less stuff, more just talking,
Okay.
communicating.
You okay?
That's all
we,
I can.
We can
that's
do
all I
that.
can-
You want me to give you the
that's
answers?
all I can think of.
You want
no,
the
no,
an-
not yet, not yet.
Okay.
Okay, okay, hold on. It's my
Okay.
turn.
All right. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yes. I'm
All right, guys.
Mama say on Samalakusa. Okay.
All right.
I'm
See,
ready.
here's my list.
Okay, so yours is you're gonna want to rent an airplane and jump out of it with a half a parachute, because it's always got to be something exciting or adventuresome. You're gonna want to rent the Titanic.
The Titanic.
So we can go down in the water and survive in a lifeboat. Okay, there will probably be food of some sort. Salad with tofu or a pho. You're going to want some pho. Okay?
Why you saying it like
Because
that?
that's just gross. It's just soup with just hot soup with vegetables in it. Okay, and
good.
could call
It's
it
good.
food.
It's good.
Pho. Okay, and then what else? Something adventuresome is a wonderful day for you. You're gonna want to talk too. You like to talk, but you like to talk while we hike, or while we swim, or while we explore caves, or something like that. It's always gonna be something adventuresome. And then finally, it's gonna be some sex.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. And I just got to go through the cave to get to the sex. Okay. and there's way too many jokes there, but this is a family show, okay? Because I am a caveman.
It's not a family show.
Okay, this is the Real Hills. This is
This is
realer than
18
real
and
deal.
over.
Realer than real deal, Holyfield. Okay, so how close was I?
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
You want me to go first?
You go first. Tell me.
Okay, number 1 on my list was something active. You were right. He was right.
Okay.
He knows me.
Yes.
Great food.
Great food.
Lots of talking. You got that?
Lots of talking.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
sex. You got that
All
part.
right. Very good.
The
Thank you.
one thing you forgot.
What did I forget? What I lose?
No pictures.
Oh, no pictures.
I hate
Yes,
pictures.
see, no, you'd be shocked,
I videoing.
because you know we this was a 5-year discussion because everybody wanted me to do a podcast, but I didn't want to sit on here and talk to myself. So I asked my wife. It took about 5 years to get her to consent to share because she doesn't do pictures. And one of the reasons I married you, though, babe, is your Instagram was your grandmama, who's in heaven. You know, she had no followers, and she was not about this, not about this
that
life.
social media
And that
life.
was actually a highlight for me. And so, but getting with me now, we do pictures and videos and podcasts. And so
Too
when
much,
it's
guys.
just us, you like the
I like
no pictures.
Yes.
I
just
document
like-
everything. But I want to hear yours. Okay, you want to
Okay.
hear mine?
Okay, yes, let's
'cause
see how many I got
We're
right.
already over time. Okay. So my first one, you start, and it was very good. You said it was going to be either a movie or TV, and
What'd
I
you
said
say?
movie, action movie.
Okay, see?
Okay.
Okay,
'Cause
I
I'm
knew
not
it.
trying to see a rom-com.
No.
Okay.
I ain't trying to see a
I know you're
rom-com.
not. You're not. And then I said museum art. Okay,
Oh, yeah, I
art
didn't put
museum.
that. I
But
didn't
that's usually because we like to walk
And talk.
and that's
Yeah.
it. And then I said, you said dinner. That's going to be always a part of it,
Mm-hmm.
and travel. And so I said Paris dinner, so that we can have the 6-hour flight
date.
to
Dinner in
talk,
Paris.
and then go have dinner, and then have fly back. Okay, and
Okay.
get back to work. I have concert though.
Concert.
Yes, I love concerts.
That's the perfect date?
Perfect date for me.
Wow.
Valentine's Day, y'all, Valentine's Day, she kidnapped me and took me to Vegas. She just said, have a bag ready. We flew to Vegas. We met one of our best friends, one of the couples, one of my best friends and his girl. We met. I didn't know he was going to be there. He didn't know I was going to be there. And she got me. We ate at a 2 Michelin star restaurant, okay, which was crazy, okay, that I knew nothing about. And then after that, we went to see
Bruno Mars.
We went to see Bruno Mars, and we
Yeah.
danced the night away. And we had great tickets, great seats.
Yeah.
The last time I seen Bruno Mars, I was broke, so I felt like I was on Mars. Okay, looking at Bruno Mars. But she had us all up in the front, and we were dancing and having a great time with our friends. And that was like no one had ever done that for me in my life.
Wow.
I had taken other women to concerts, but I never had one take me to one in my life. And you've taken me to almost, in several continents at this point. And so it's a great thing. It's new for me. I love it. And then my number 5, my number 6, and my number 7 was sex. S-E-X. It's just terrible to do all that, spend money, spend time, and there's no payoff. That is just terrible. And so a great, at the culmination of a great date for me is some level of intimacy.
Yeah, it's got to be there.
Because to me, that's what it's all about.
Well, that was fun.
Okay, that was fun.
We got to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk about our topic of the night.
Yeah, this is the big
What
one.
we've all been waiting for.
Okay.
So just sit right there. Make sure you comment and subscribe, share, tell people about us. Let them know we're here. We're going to be here every Wednesday night on YouTube, Instagram. You can find us. Just click that button and share and subscribe. And we'll be back in a second.
And we are back. And we're so excited. Love the Real Hills. I'm Chris, and this is...
Renee.
and we love you, and we love each other, and we love talking about relationships. And once we started this podcast, and we just really launched it, really told anybody about it, but I started to get a lot of feedback from people asking me, particularly men. Men were asking me, why did I get married? So many men are in that red pill space. So many men are operating as the free agent lifestyle. And so they started to ask me, Pastor Chris, Dr. Hill, whatever you want to call me, they started asking me, give us some reasons why a man should get married in 2023.
Woo! It's gonna
Okay,
be hard. It's gonna be hard.
because there's so many negative things being said, and there's so many, and so I sat down and I really tried to come up with some reasons. You know, I have two sons. I have two sons in the world, two biological sons, and countless number of spiritual sons. And so they're asking me, what are some reasons why would a man get married in this modern world? Why would a man get married? They asked me, why did I get married? You know, one guy said, well, Chris, you have a unicorn. He was talking about you. He said your wife is a unicorn because he knows our relationship, and you know, which is why one of the reasons we wanted to do this podcast is because it's so rare that you actually see people that are not pretending, that are not acting, that actually love each other and are willing to sacrifice to be with each other, and really we were willing to pay the price to be together and go through whatever. Because we really, really care about each other. And so I think it gave me an opportunity to kind of put my mind together. And so I want to share these with you and get your insight on it.
I'm ready.
Okay?
I'm ready.
Okay, we got drum roll, please. Drum
All
roll.
right.
Number one. Number
Let's
one.
go.
Okay. All right. To wax biblical just for a minute, the book said it's not good for a man to be alone.
True.
Okay, and so God stopped all creation to give man a suitable helper, and that's biblical. But once we let's look at the science. Okay, you can put your Bible, put that King James on the shelf. Let's deal with the science. Okay, when you look at the science, that men particularly who are not in community, are not in relationship, are not married, are a danger to society.
Never
Okay,
heard it that way. Why? Come
they're
on.
a danger. They're a danger
How?
because if you look at most of the serial killers, I mean 99% of the serial killers are single. You can't be bringing men in your house and chopping them up, Jeffrey.
Oh,
if your
Lord.
wife is like, what's that smell? You know, it's reality. Is when we talk about mass shooters, we talk about serial killers, we talk about people for the most part, almost the predominance is it is not healthy for a man to exist without a spouse and without children because y'all civilize us. You bring us down to a normal level. You give us a reason to get up and go to work. You give us a reason to be a part of society. No man is going to join the PTA just to join the PTA, okay? And so single men in society and in nature, think about it, is the lions that are not a part of the pride, that are not a part of the grouping, are terrorists. They're problematic. When two male lions put together, they don't call it a pride, they're just together by themselves. They plague the area. They're a problem because there's a benefit that comes from a man being socialized. There's a benefit from a man having children running to his knees. And it makes you care about somebody else. It makes you live your life not just for your own pleasure or for your own toys or for your, no, there's actually a tangible benefit of men being in society. And I think the same is true of women. Okay, is when you look, is that the woman was created in the garden. She was created to be in community.
Yeah.
Eve was never by herself. When God saw the man, he said, it's not good for this man to be alone. It's not that the man is not capable. He's already running the garden. He's naming all the animals. It's not for his work self, but it's for his soul self. Is that he needs somebody. And then with women, I believe it's great for women to live in community. The woman was created to live in community.
You're right.
Eve was never alone.
That's right.
She's never alone. And so when we have men and women in our society where people are just alone, and I mean, it's possible to be single but not be alone, to exist within the context of a community, to be in a church community, to be in a fraternity, a sorority, in some kind of community that pulls out humanity within you. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
So that's my
good.
number one.
What about number two? What's number two? Okay, so first, number one reason is not good for men to be alone. What's
Not
number
good
two?
for men to be alone. That God said it. Number two is married men live longer.
That's number two?
Yeah, I made it number two because I want they may die before I get to number 9. So I moved it up. Because married men live longer. Married men live longer for the simple reason is that when you're married, in most cases, is you're going to eat at home more. You're going to eat healthier meals. You're not going to be going to Pope Yes as much. You're not going to be going to McDonald's as much. You're not going to be eating out of the home as much. And so you begin to eat.
Are you saying that because the woman's going to be cooking?
Or if she's going to be, at least even if she's not cooking, I'm not saying she has to cook, but there's a reason to be home. If I don't have a reason to be home, I won't be home. And if I'm hungry, I'll stop on my way and I'll just pick up something that's going to be poisoning me and killing me, driving up my pressure and that's one of the reasons that men, statistically, married men live longer. It's interesting that single women live longer than married women because the man is going to suck the life out of you. I've never drank as much water since I've been with you.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I hate water. I hate all forms of water, Gatorade. But the fact that I live with somebody who's always hydrated is going to make me want to hydrate more because she wants me to stay alive. And she wants me to go to the doctor. And she wants me to eat green leafy vegetables. Okay? And because I love you, I listen to you. And that actually makes me more healthy and more vibrant. And it adds more life to me. Now, the frustration of dealing with me is sucking the life out of you. So I'm going to get a good 3 years out of you and stick it on to mine and get 9 more, But you're eating right and drinking right and working out. My wife is at the gym almost every single day, which is why she's so beautiful. And I appreciate that. I really do. But her going to the gym has pushed me to go to the gym. This is, for me to join a gym, and I'm not doing no Pilates, and I'm not doing no, what's that place you go to ride the bike in the oven?
The hot work. Hot works.
She goes to this thing, it's a sauna, and they put a bike in there, and she be rolling. They got the rowboat and the Thunder, right? And she be rowing the boat, and it's 167,000 degrees in there, and I'm like, Jesus,
It's good for you.
It's good for you, but I wouldn't even know that. I'd have no idea. Hot yoga and Pilates and massage and vegetables, okay? And I've learned so much. I've learned about supplements, I knew something about it, but I knew more about it, is that part of you wanting me to be alive, that part of you wanting me to be around, that part of you you're not mean about it, that subtle pressure. You made me some broccoli yesterday.
Yeah.
It was good. It was actually seasoned, okay? See, my mama made broccoli from a frozen package, okay? A frozen package. I thought broccoli
It's like
came
mushy.
is square, okay? And for fresh broccoli, I had no idea. You made me some cauliflower. And she took the cauliflower, are you ready for this? She put it in an oven, okay? My mama didn't make cauliflower like that. She put it in a pot on the stove and it came out, it tasted and felt the consistency of a hard wad of snot, okay? It was a snot wad and you had to eat it. You had to eat it or you couldn't get up from the table. I hated cauliflower. And then what'd you do? What'd you do? Tell me your recipe.
It's just roasted cauliflower. It's normal. It tastes good.
So you stick it in the oven.
Yeah, you put a little olive oil on there, a little salt and pepper and garlic.
Uh-huh.
Put it on broil. Watch it till it turns brown. Take it out.
And take it out.
It's good.
It was unbelievable. I'm telling you, I was shocked because I'd only seen cauliflower that looked like warm snot. Okay, and I just hated it. I hated it.
Okay.
I hated it.
Okay.
But I digress.
Okay, so you're saying your number two reason
Number
for
two
men to get
is
married.
you will live longer.
You'll live
All
longer.
you single men are gonna die. Okay, you're gonna die prematurely. You're gonna die you're gonna have French fry breath as you die by yourself. Okay, which is something else. Is that men who are married live longer. Let me give you another one. Is a legacy of balance for our children. When we're married, our children get to see us operate within the confines of a relationship. And that becomes a legacy, that becomes an idea and an ideal that stays with them. That a two-parent nuclear family has been the traditional family unit that has raised up people from time immemorial successfully. Societies that have strong families end up having strong societies and raise a strong next generation. And so there's a lot of guys that are saying, hey, I can have a kid and not be married. You can, but you can. That is your option. But the best way, both biblically and statistically, to raise children is within the confines of the family. And it can be a blended family. We're a blended family, but we're producing really, really quality children because they get to see the interplay of the two of us. They get to see us in relationship. They get to see how we disagree, how we agree, how we work through things, and that becomes a part of it. And we want to leave an inheritance. We want to be able to pass down generational wealth. And one of the best ways to pass down generational wealth is within the confines of a marital unit where the kids know their daddy and they know their mama, and maybe they know their stepmama, maybe they know their stepdaddy, but there's at least a cogent understanding of, and I don't think, we can't throw away the baby with the bathwater. It's just because marriage is difficult and challenging right now. This has been the way that this thing has worked, and particularly people of color, is we had successful marriages all the way to 1960. We, in America, through slavery, all the way through 1960, and those healthy marriages produced healthy kids, okay? Don't let the color purple fool you. Okay, don't let all this negative stuff fool you. There were healthy, happy marriages that persisted all the way through slavery, all the way through Reconstruction, all the way to the 60s. And then we got to the 60s and the baby boomers came in and they messed up everything with free love and all the stuff that has persisted even to this generation. And now we're in trouble because the strongest institution of the family that has produced the most healthy families has been the family.
Wow. Okay, so it's not good for men to be alone.
Boom.
Men will live longer.
Live longer.
And you'll have better family, better kids.
Better kids, better outcome
Okay.
statistically from us being together.
Okay.
Let me give you the next one. This one's my favorite. Okay, is sex. Okay, is that married men have more sex. Hallelujah. married men have more sex. I know the.
Is this a statistic?
This is a statistic. This is a statistic. Okay. This is a real stat. Is that, and you got to understand this, is because, see, everybody thinks that the single guy is having the most sex. The reality is, of the single men, only 20% of the single men are having all the sex.
Wow.
Okay? Women swipe left on 20% of the men. The other 80% of the men are left high and dry. Okay? And I mean literally high and dry, because men who are, now the athlete, the rock star, he's gonna find a supermodel in his bed. Okay, those guys, the super handsome guys, the super famous guys, the super rich guys, they are going to have more options. But the average man, and that's not even an average, 80% of men. Do you understand that there's 20 to 30-year-olds who are watching right now who have not had an intimate relationship with an actual woman? Okay, I'm not talking about porn. I'm not talking about that blow-up doll. Okay, you got Susie make you happy. Okay, see, I'm not talking about having an interaction with some mechanical tool or some battery-operated friend. Okay, all that stuff. Have at it, but that's not sex. True intercourse with a human being happens more often within the confines of marriage, and we can't go by Wilt Chamberlain. We can't go by people who have had interactions with thousands of women. He was a millionaire. He is a millionaire. He was famous, and he was an athlete. You can't judge it. I meet so many men who have not had a true intimate relationship with a woman, with an actual woman, with an actual person for so long, and it's because, and they're the ones who they're being taught by this society to eschew marriage, to avoid marriage. And I'm like, this is stupid. You're going to have more sex within the confines of marriage. Now, let me throw in here is, brother, maybe you don't rate a supermodel. Okay?
Ooh,
okay?
Come on.
You may not rate a supermodel. Now, the red pill side is going to say, and I can hear them saying, now, brother, you need to get your capital up and become the best version of yourself and get in the gym and work out and flex and make your money and get in a position. And when you get in a better position, because women are naturally hypergamous, then you're going to be in a position where you can have better options for dating options. And I'm with all of that. Amen. Woo, I lost my microphone.
Uh-oh.
I got excited.
It's right there.
There it is. Okay. You want to help me put it on? We're good. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. I get excited on that one, okay, because this is a big deal. This is a big deal. I have men that are holding out for Beyonce when you don't deserve.
Don't say a name. Don't you say a name.
No nonsense, okay? Your thing is not together, okay? Your thing is not together. I know. Biggie got him. I know Biggie had him, okay? But he loved him when they called him Big Papa, okay? But I want you to get it is that you may have to adjust what you're hollering at to meet the level that you're on. And we're gonna get to one of the last ones.
Okay.
It's not settling to get somebody who wants you, okay? And this is one of the biggest things is that we go through this thing with men where they have been watching, this gets scary, they've been watching porn for so long that they are now attracted and aroused by women they are not handsome enough or rich enough to holler at.
Ooh, that was deep.
Okay? You've been watching somebody online for 99 cents a minute, okay? Or you got your OnlyFans girl that likes you so much, and she'll do whatever you say as long as you run that credit card, okay? And you making it rain in the strip club, but she don't want to talk to you after you walk out of there unless you making it rain, and you're being took. It would be better for you to not need, buttquisha, okay? It would be better for you to get what you can get, because at least you get that on the regular. Would you rather have caviar once a month, or would you rather have fish sticks every day? Okay? Give me them fish sticks.
Oh God. Okay. So, okay. Sanctioned sex basically
Sanctioned
is what you're saying.
non-illicit sex.
Okay, great.
Regular.
What's next? Okay, that's 4.
Okay,
What's your
hungry
5th one?
man. TV dinner sex.
What?
Okay. Salisbury steak.
that?
I'd rather have Salisbury steak than have filet mignon once a year when you go to Vegas. Let me move on. Okay.
Okay, number 5.
Let me
What's
bring it
number
to
5?
Jesus. Let's bring it to Jesus.
Okay, bring it back,
Is favor from God. Okay.
right,
Bible
all
says,
right.
this is a book. I hate to wax theological on this thing, but the Bible says that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor with God. One of the reasons I wanted to be married is that we have favor together.
Yeah.
We have a level of favor in our lives that we did not have separately. We didn't have it I didn't have it separately. Is that when we bring our wonder twin powers together and we activate,
powers
we
combine.
put them together, and the power when we put this thing together, it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's part of the promises. God had to give man an incentive to marry. And so he said, I'm going to make sure that if you marry this sister, I'm going to give you extra favor. I'm going to put
Amen.
favor and grace, and God, we obtain favor with God. When
Amen
we
for
look
the
at
favor.
the favor has been unbelievable. When I look at the time that we've been together, the things that we've been able to accomplish together that I couldn't do alone. And I can see that it's the hand of God that is saying, good job. You good job. I was scared to remarry.
So was I.
I was scared to remarry. I'd gone through so much hell through the first one that I was like, I told you when we got
was it?
together,
What
I
was
told
it?
you, hell. It wasn't hell. It was hell. Okay, when your hell goes viral, that ain't hell. That's hell. Okay, in the Greek, it was terrible. Okay, and so I told you when I hollered at you for the first time, I said, one part of the reason is I saw that there was so much favor on what we did together, that whatever if we touched it together, it multiplied and it moved faster. I mean, we saw it in our church, we saw it in our businesses, we saw it with our children. I saw it with things that just don't happen and didn't happen, things that took me decades to do. I had to work hard to do. When we brought our favor together, God just jumped in and doubled our favor instantaneously, and I could begin to see it. And have you seen that in your life as well?
Of course I have. I mean, there's nothing like, you hear those sayings all the time growing up, like 2 is better than 1. And
Right.
that kind of stuff. But I don't know that people really, really believe it until they get with someone that is actually with them, which I have one.
Okay.
I have one, which brings me number 6.
Okay.
Teammates and not cellmates.
Oh, come on now.
Because that
Yeah.
point just brought me to that. It's
Yeah.
like when you finally find someone that's actually
Act-
on your team.
Actually.
On your team. You got the favor of God.
Yeah.
And you now have a teammate. You're not in competition.
Wow.
You're not competing who makes more money, who does this better, who can do this more,
Right.
who has this much, and you have a teammate who's like, all right, I got the baton. Keep up, because I'm about to pass it to you.
Right.
And then you get to run it, and then you pass it to them.
Right.
It's so much better. I think that's a good one to add into
Okay.
a reason why men should get married. It's men need that teammate, especially men who are trying to do something with their
Yes.
life.
Yes.
It's good to have somebody who
Yes.
is sitting here like, oh, you want to do that? What can I do to help?
Right.
How can I have your back? How
And
can I
vice
help you?
versa.
Same thing. Or if I'm trying to do something and having him being able to say, well, how can I help?
Right.
That's just amazing.
Right.
It just takes loads off of you that wouldn't normally be there. So that's my sixth one.
So a teammate, I love that. Teammate, not a cellmate.
Yeah.
Because so many people are in marriages where they do not have a teammate, they have a cellmate. It is prison. They are counting the days until they get a commutation or they get parole out of this piece, okay? Well, I'm trying to get up out of here. They're praying. I know couples today. Today, I deal with this every single day. All I deal with is leaders and pastors, politicians, and business people, and they pray daily that God would kill their spouse. And they are upset every time you wake up, breathing out. And when you breathe out, they're like, Jesus Christ. Okay?
That's
I mean,
strong.
they're
This is
asking
strong.
God, they said, till death do us part, and they want you to die now. And the traditional holiness people, they don't let no one out. But why would God want you to be with somebody that you praying for them to die?
That's so bad. That's real strong.
Okay,
I just
no.
want you to die.
Die. Die.
That's so bad.
People, you can't even eat the oatmeal because there might be poison in it, okay? And you looking at her, she looking at you, and we just waiting to ride this thing out. That's not the will of God. That's not the perfect picture of marriage. And that's why David's bridal, y'all don't put David's bridal out of business, okay?
gone, y'all.
Because ain't
They
nobody,
gone.
the men are running from marriage because there's not enough voices giving men a reason why.
Yeah.
When you have a teammate and not a cellmate, when I said to you, hey, I want to start a tour company, we're going to take people to Israel, I didn't know how to do that. I once we get there, I can do the Hebrew, the Greek. I can tell you the history. I can tell you about Jesus. I can connect Old Testament to New Testament. We can do all that. I can do all that. But you're the one that actually runs the business. You're the one that can help people to get a passport and help people to get their payments right and all the little numbers and stuff. Is you jumped right there in the middle of my dream and became a teammate for my dream. And that was a life changer for me because I would have never accomplished it. I would have never achieved it without your help. And I publicly say that. And that's the same with all of our businesses. Now you have businesses that you do that you did yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to help in my tremendous contribution. Okay, I have the gift of encouragement.
This is what
I'm like, go.
Great job,
This is
babe.
awesome. And really, I mean, it's just to have a teammate.
Yeah.
Just to have somebody who's actually cheering for you. You said something real powerful. Is we're not in competition.
No.
And when you're with somebody who's competing with you, it's so bad
It is.
because it's competition. Competition cancels celebration. Competition cancels celebration. The horror of having good news that you can't share with your spouse. The horror of feeling like if I tell this person that it's going to cause hateration and negativity. We need teammates that celebrate us instead of having competition. When you win, I win.
Just like that.
And when I win, you win.
Just like that. All right. Come on, number seven.
Okay, number 7. Okay, now this is the other one because I had one man say, well, he said, Pastor, I don't want to get married because because if we divorce, she gonna take half my stuff, and he didn't say stuff. He said, she's going to take half my stuff. I was sorry for cussing. And I'm like, you're acting like, I'm sorry, I'm getting excited. You're acting like we live in the Middle Ages. You're acting like we live in the Middle Ages. Get a prenup. You can end all that worry with a prenuptial that says that all of your marital assets that you bring to the table stay yours in the event of there being a separation. It doesn't cost a lot of money. This is a $250 agreement that you can have your lawyer go over in a second. You're going to spend money on the wedding, but take $250 of it to come up with a prenuptial agreement where we can work out all this stuff. He said, now, Pastor, what if she won't sign the prenup? Then she doesn't love you. She doesn't love you.
Don't marry her, okay?
She don't love you. She don't love you. She won't sign the prenup, okay? Yeah. He won't sign the prenup. If you got more, or you have assets that you have to protect, or there's inheritance, and he or she is not down with the program, then they're just a gold digger, okay? I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't checking for no broke to broke. Yeah, I'm saying you got to decide. You got to decide. It just lets you know. Now, we don't have a prenup, but when I got married to you, there were no assets to protect, okay? Because I'd gone through a divorce with Bruce Leroy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and so I walked into this, half. And so I had to totally rebuild, and you were down for the total rebuild. Now, here's the thing: is you can't keep a good man down, and if I know how to do it. Once I know how to do it again, because it's more knowledge, and in fact, it was easier and faster. But in terms of our relationship, I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of you. I'm not thinking. I didn't have to think, oh, you're getting down there so you can get move up, because it wasn't a move up. It was a risk, okay? It was, and I knew you loved me, because it would have actually been harder had I already had everything, okay? That I would have worried that maybe she's just trying to work me, or maybe she's just trying to get in this, be a gold digger and get in, but because of the situation I was in. But had I been in a situation, and I have 2 sons, and my 2 sons are doing quite well, thank you, Jesus. Amen. Okay, and they will have prenups, okay? And if she don't want to sign no prenup, now a lot of people are going to get pissed that you can't start a marriage with an idea of ending it. The Bible.
Yeah. Okay, keep going. You go, and then I'll say what I got to say.
The Bible does.
Come on.
The Bible does. Moses gave us 2 ways out. Moses gave us multiple ways out. Jesus gave us 2. So if he's the author of marriage in the Garden of Eden, okay, God is the author of marriage in the Garden of Eden, he created 2 tangible ways out. And likewise, we can do this in the prenuptial agreement. You're going to say?
Yeah, I say there's absolutely nothing wrong with sitting down and discussing prior to entering into this thing that's supposed to be for a lifetime.
Come on.
There's nothing wrong with sitting down together and writing the prenup. It's one thing if someone's coming to you with a prenup, you didn't talk about it, you didn't discuss it. But if you're sitting there and you're going to write it together, you guys are agreeing on something together, just like you're agreeing to get married.
Right.
You should be able to agree on this is how we want to do if we were to part. This is how we want to do if we were to part and have children. This is how we do if we were to part and have businesses and property. And there's nothing wrong. That's called communication.
Wow.
One of the number 1 issues in marriages today is that people did not communicate prior to getting in that relationship. So I don't see anything wrong with that.
At all.
At all, especially when it's the both of you.
We're acting like we live in the biblical age when we live in a modern age.
Yeah,
okay?
So easy.
Where there's going to be, in some communities of color, it's a 70% divorce rate. Yeah. So if 70% of us are going to encourage it, and even Christian divorce rates are higher than non-Christian divorce rates, because we might as well talk about it. We
Yeah,
might as well
let's
make
talk
it a
about it.
positive. And that goes on. I had another young man say, well, women are more promiscuous than men today. And they got all these brothers who is raising other man's kids and they don't even know it. And she done told you that the eyes is Chinesey because your great grandmother is Indian. And you like, these ain't my eyes. This is not Shaquan. This is hung. Okay.
No, I'm praying for him, y'all. I'm praying for him, y'all.
And
Just help me
so
pray for
put in the prenup that everything that is born to our union is going to be subject
to a paternity
to a
test.
paternity
Makes
test.
perfect sense.
It makes
to
it easy
me.
to me.
Hey.
Hey, you come out of here, we gonna check. Okay.
Regardless,
we're
we
gonna
gonna
check
check.
both sides.
Let's make sure.
Both sides. Let's make sure this is mine. Because there's so many guys, they're afraid to marry because they think that their wife is going to sneak a cuckoo egg in the nest and you're gonna be raising somebody else's chick. And I'm saying everything that passes out, everything that comes out of there, we are going to check to see. And when they know that, some of their 403 ways may change because they know that you're going to check. Okay? And likewise, I think the same thing is if the man is going to bring extra kids.
Come on.
If you're going
I
to bring
wanna
some
make
extra
sure them is
kids
really his
to the
kids.
relationship, we're going
I
to
wanna
check
make
those
sure they
kids.
really his kids.
And there may be some verbiage in this contract
Come
that
on.
says that there's a financial remuneration for you being unfaithful to the relationship. Doesn't mean we have to divorce, but I might need a Happy Meal.
And not even just unfaithful, because sometimes men have kids from someone else.
Right.
And they're paying for that kid.
Right.
And that kid ain't even theirs. And that
Wow.
them paying into another child that isn't even theirs, that coming out of their check, that's something that is taking away from your union. And it's only fair that the woman you're marrying knows that up front. Like,
Right.
yeah, I pay child support. This isn't really my kid, but I adopted him. Or
Wow.
it's only fair that that woman knows, look, I'm okay with you supporting your kid financially as long as I know it's your kid.
Yeah, full disclosure.
Full disclosure. There's
And
nothing wrong
that
with knowing.
They should know what they're buying.
That's-
They should
yeah,
know.
let's just be
what,
fair.
Let's just
Can we be fair?
You know, if
Can we be fair?
you know, if we got extra kids.
Yeah, can we be fair? Because
Extra.
you know, if I'm with you, your kids become my kids.
Right.
That's just how I am.
Right.
But I'm not paying for some kid by brother Bobby.
Right.
Brother Bobby's kid. I
Right.
ain't with brother Bobby.
Yeah,
I'ma put this kid
Ronnie,
through college,
Ricky, and Mike. I
buy
mean,
him cars,
all the new
clothe
edition
them.
been up in there. Okay,
But
and
if
you
I
raising
want to,
all these
I want it
kids.
to be my choice. If
I
I
get it.
do, I want it to be my choice.
I-
So we
okay.
got two more. We got two more.
Okay, so number 8. This is number 8 or
Okay.
number 9, whatever
We're
it is.
number 9.
Okay, you get to pick the woman. Let me give you some good advice. Pick a woman who is crazy about you, not a woman that you are crazy about.
So let me say that. Guys, pick a woman you get to pick.
You get to pick.
You get to pick the woman you marry. Men have the power when it comes to who they marry. Women have the sex card. They
Yes.
have the sex power, like who they gonna have sex with. But men, at the end of the day, that girl ain't getting married unless you ask her.
You got to drop down on one knee.
So pick someone
Pick.
who actually loves you for
Crazy.
real.
Drink your bath water.
Come on. And if you're unsure,
Clean your
she probably
toenails.
ain't it.
Clean your toenails.
Ask your
lady.
mama. Ask your sister.
Put
They'll
ash.
tell you.
Put lotion on your ass, your feet. Okay? This woman is probably going to have to change your diaper. Okay? Because you're going to die soon. You're going to die first. So you're picking somebody. You need somebody. You need somebody who's going to love you like crazy, okay? Who loves you like crazy, who misses you. Not someone you have to convince to love you, okay? If I gotta buy you 75 flowers for you to love me, then you don't love me. You don't love me, and just embrace the idea. See, I watch men chase after women that aren't that into you, and then you catch them, okay? Because they couldn't catch the one they really wanted, okay? And so they're alpha widowed because they are stuck on Tupac, but they married Will. Okay? And so now you got to go slap a comedian, okay, and mess up your whole career because you married somebody who's in love with Tupac. When there's plenty of women out there who want the Fresh Prince.
Come on.
Okay? But you got to find somebody who is crazy about the Fresh Prince. You got to find somebody who loves you. One of the things that why we work is I'm different. I'm a different kind of person, but my wife loves me. And what was so attractive to me about you is I could see that you loved me. Even before we were intimate, even before we had you, because you had no idea that I was crazy about you, but how I got crazy about you was I saw that you cared about me. Not as a human, not my job, not my career, not my titles and all that you actually cared about me. I think I was sick and you made me you make me this thing. What is it?
Tea.
This tea.
The wellness.
This wellness wholeness tea. And we weren't kicking it. We weren't in a relationship. We were just friends. But you made me this tea. And nobody had ever made a brother no wellness tea. Did you see me edit that coming out? Thank you, Chris. Okay, is nobody had ever given a rat's behind about me. They cared about what I did. They cared about keeping me doing what I did because what I did was so lucrative and it was a blessing to everybody else. But what blew me away was that you cared about me. That you cared about me. I remember one time I asked for I'm really into Native American art, if you can't tell. I love Native American art.
You didn't ask.
I didn't ask. I mentioned that I wanted this Indian headrest. Not to wear headdress, but not to wear, but as decor. I was going to do something decorative. And you bought it for me for my birthday.
Yep.
For my birthday. Now, it was so expensive that I didn't buy it. And I'm rich. Okay, and I said it made me say, "Whoo, I'm a hold up." You know, let me think about this. Maybe someone will give me one. You know, and you showed up with it, and with you were doing well. You're making six figures, but you was working. You was working for it, and the fact that you walked in there with something that I said, "Whoo, this is expensive," and that you saved for it, and. We weren't in a relationship. We weren't kicking it. You had not tasted the merchandise.
No.
Okay, but you just loved me.
I just heard you.
Wow. Did you hear that? She heard me, and she loved me enough, and that's what I want you to go after. I want you to avoid the woman for whom you are an option.
Ooh.
Okay? If she puts you in the friend zone, I want you to put her in the no zone.
Put her in the trash zone.
Okay? She's done.
Trash.
She's not for you.
No.
You want somebody who is crazy about you because you so messed up. I'm so messed up. I need somebody who actually thinks I'm awesome to override all the other insanity that comes with being with me. And that's what I was looking for. And people don't say this because the women want a man who will drink their bathwater. Okay, and they want a man who's so crazy about them. But I'm telling you, brother, if she's not crazy about you with how your feet smell, okay? Your feet smell so bad that if she doesn't love you like that, you want somebody who misses the smell of your stanky feet. Okay? Maya Angelou wrote a poem. No, I'm sorry, Nikki Giovanni wrote a poem about a woman who was smelling the spot on the sheet where her man's stanky feet had lied, and liked. Child, when I read that the first time, I said, no man hath known this type of love. Okay, and it wasn't that it didn't exist; is that I wasn't with the right person.
Yeah.
I hadn't found the right person.
Well, you guys, this is awesome. This is really awesome. These 9 things. We got to get to the last one.
Okay.
We got to do the last one, and
Okay,
we got to
we're
get
over
out
time.
of here, guys.
Okay.
I talked to my younger brother today, and he was just telling me, I was like, so what is it? What is it? Because he's married.
Yeah, he just got married.
And he was telling me one of the things that he loved why he got married is he was able to have happiness that he didn't know or think he even needed. Yeah. So that could be the 10th one.
Okay.
That's the 10th reason. That's a good reason to get married.
But break that down.
He basically was like, as a male, you don't even realize you're unhappy sometimes. You don't even realize you're sad until you find that person, and all of a sudden you realize you're happy.
Wow.
Everything is brighter. Everything is happier. You want to wake up, like you said earlier. You want to get out and start your day. You want to go to work. Motivation to get up and go to work. And so just happiness. Like you're happy to come home at the end of your day to see them.
Right.
You're happy to plan vacations and time together. So yeah, thinking about.
Who wants to go on a vacation by
He
yourself?
didn't even know. He didn't even know. He had been going on trips by
Trips
himself,
and
hanging out by
men's
himself.
trips.
Retreats, going to the movies by himself.
Right,
He didn't
right.
even realize
Right.
that he was sad.
Right.
But
And you're
getting married-
sad.
Yep.
You're sad. I had somebody, we were in the movie, and this sad man came and sat next to me in the movie, watching a movie by yourself. I wanted to lean over to him and say, you sad little nothing.
so
You
wrong. He's so
incel.
wrong.
What's wrong with you? Involuntary
People go to-
celibate
people
loser.
can go to the
no,
movies
no, they
by
can't.
themselves.
Get a friend.
maybe they don't like nobody.
Well,
right
then,
then.
there you go. You're going to die.
Maybe the person didn't want to see that action.
Well, then you have the wrong person.
Babe, leave him alone.
Because
Leave that man
my
alone.
wife will go with me to an action movie, and if she wants me to go to a rom-com, I will go with her to a rom-com. Okay, a romantic comedy. I'll go, but I picked so well. I picked someone who I was compatible with. If she don't want to see no rom-com, if she wants to go to Fast and Furious 15,
I do.
and she want to watch I Am Groot in a car, and we can vibe like that. I think that's so important.
So you got
But
to
I
pick
love that
well. But-
happiness that you didn't know that you needed.
Yeah.
It's really amazing to be in a relationship that is life-giving, is life-sustaining, and it unlocks a level of happiness that you didn't even know was there. And I believe it's the will of God. I do. I believe it's the will of God for almost everybody. Now, I think there's some people that are like the Apostle Paul, and you need to stay by yourself. By yourself. You mean, and you selfish, or you're driven, and you're so driven that there's no other place, and you just driving a unicycle, and you're going to drive that unicycle all the way to the day you die. And thank God for you, and please stay that way. But if you want a car with people in it, and you want a conversation in it, and you want to put some kids in there, I think that marriage is a good option for you. I really do. I believe in marriage.
Well, that's great. We have come to the end, guys. We are so glad you guys joined us this evening. We love it. We're so happy that we can talk and express all these things and just give you our inner thoughts. So glad you joined us. But we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
Click that button at the bottom. Tell your friends about our show every Wednesday. We're going to be posting a new show. We want to see you there.
Yep, and we need to hear from you. We want to hear about the X. We want to hear your comments. The more we hear from you, the more we're encouraged to keep on sharing
Yep. We'll see you next
Love
time.
the Real Hills.
Love the Real Hills.
We love you.
Bye.